So I watched another Netflix series, and this is called She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. I didn't watch the whole thing. In fact, I watched 2 episodes, and I said, what the hell is this? And then I checked out the original She-Ra, Princess of Power from 1985. And so I thought I would compare and contrast these as a non-fan, totally non-biased, super alpha male that's unemployed, and just kind of be like, how does this new one stack up to the original? Well, I can tell you this. Not a whole lot happens in the first 2 episodes of the new series. Shockingly little. Where our central figure is this Galadora. She's a white chick who is a cadet for the Horde, and they are in battle with the evil princesses, and they fight in like a virtual training area, and then she goes to this planet, kind of got illegal use of a skiff, and heads off, grabs some sword, or she's looking for a sword, didn't get to touch it, and like there's another side to this gal Glimmer. She's a princess. She has I wouldn't call boyfriend, but a friend who is a boy named Bo. And she heads off into the forest, and they're both kind of see the sword, and they're fighting over it. And that's really about it for the first episode. Adora grabs a sword, says, She-Ra, I have the power, or something like this, and now she transforms. She does so only briefly, and it stops a giant beetle in the forest from attacking them. And they head. That's just the first episode, really. Like, hardly any shit happens. Second episode, they're walking through the forest some more, go to some, and this is, not in a forest on Earth, of course. Go to some door that has ancient writing on it, but Adora can read it, and she doesn't know why. It's like this. Did they not learn anything from The Force Awakens? Am I on crazy pills here? This Rey syndrome, where you have a character who, well, I don't know why I'm so amazing, I just am all of a sudden. Nobody likes that. Develop your skills. Have someone teach you the ways. Don't just shake and bake Jedi this shit. So, yeah, she learns that she has some ties to the past or whatever or something. She questions the Horde Alliance when she sees all the people getting high in the woods and having their festival, and then they're being attacked by the Horde, and her friend Catra is aligned with the evil ones, and she's like, come on, come back home. She's like, no, I want to be with these rebel princesses now, I guess. I don't think they said rebels here. They say rebels a whole lot in the 1985 one, I'll tell you that. And the style of this animation, guys. Oh, Jesus. Look, as the quality of animation goes, of course it's better than the 1985 original. It's fluid. There's a lot less, okay, we have a character standing here and their mouth moves and there might be a blink. There's a lot less of that. People are walking and talking as one would suspect of an animation in 2018. Unfortunately, the art style looks like some shit that girls throw up on Instagram. Is that who gets hired for this stuff now? Hey, you did some cutesy Instagram fan art, so I guess now you're qualified to do a show? Because these characters are so unappealing. I've seen storyboards more intricate than this. You have thick thighs Glimmer. Oh, well, we want to show that every girl can be a princess, so we have one that doesn't fit the typical mold. Adora is so androgynous looking, she could be any creature. Like, okay, it's one thing for My Little Pony to have characters that don't look like horses. At least they're not people posing as something else. Because if you told me this was a person, I'd be like, oh, is that a frog or a rabbit? I can't... Oh, you say that's a person. Well, it has 4 limbs. Okay, sure. It's not the hot chick of She-Ra 1985. And as that goes, every guy in that show was jacked as shit. Bo, He-Man, really the original She-Ra, it was like a backdoor pilot type led thing where you have a He-Man episode where he's going there to introduce you to She-Ra. He has to go deliver the sword. He goes through to the other realm, and because some sorceress that thinks that her baby's still alive, I guess. I don't know. Only saw 2 episodes. And he has to go and convince this gal, this captain of the Horde, that she's with the bad guys, that she's been tricked. The sorcery has clouded her memory and stuff, and she can't see that she's working for the bad guys. I didn't get to the point where she becomes She-Ra, but it was intriguing enough. I may just watch more of that show. Like I realize the animation is stilted and that it doesn't hold up in a lot of ways. But you had characters taking some shit seriously. Whereas now you have these SJWs just are handed a series and they write everything from the perspective of 14-year-old gossipy girl. That's the humor in the new series. It's a lot of best friend squad, things like that. Oh, is your face broken? Please don't be broken. Every other line is some kind of cringy, this is how girls type on Twitter shit. Who is this for? Well, it's not for you, Vaughn, so who are you to criticize? Well, let me tell you who it's not for then. It's not for kids either. This is not a kids show. What this is a purple pink-haired weirdo feminist lesbian show where we're going to make all these characters gay. I fast forward some, and it's like they have a prom, but almost nobody has a male date. And then Catra shows up in a suit and is giving eyes to some other chick that looks like white-haired Zarya from Overwatch. That's what they're doing here. The SJWs are just making a show for other SJWs, and then they get the headlines. They get the little articles out. Look how forward-thinking this is, blah, blah, whatever the hell. We sickly twisted somebody else's vision to make money in a toy franchise in the 80s, and we've culturally appropriated that shit. Now we added people of color and all this stuff, and here we go. It's not for kids. It's SJWs making a show for SJWs.